Welcome to Messy Moments Made Glad, a podcast that celebrates the lovely chaos of the holidays. Let's be honest, no matter how many lists we make or how early we start planning, something always goes sideways. But that's what makes this season special. Glad is here to help every mess from kitchen spills to glitter explosions easier, cleaner, and a little more joyful. We're here to remind you that every mess can lead to a memory. I'm your host, JC Schoffer, and today we're starting off the holiday season off with a Thanksgiving classic called Turkey Trouble. You know that moment when you're this close to pulling off the perfect Thanksgiving? The house smells like butter, garlic, and hope. The playlist on point. The cranberry sauce sparkles like a jewel, and everyone's in good spirits. That's exactly where Emma Clark found herself. Emma, a busy Kansas school teacher, had been up since 6 a.m., juggling lesson plans, pie crust, and her cat, Milo, a curious orange tabby who believed every kitchen counter was his kingdom. By noon, Emma's kitchen looked like a holiday magazine cover. The gravy was smooth, even that turkey was a masterpiece. She took one step to admire her work and thought, this actually might be her year. Then it happened. Milo decided that turkey, not the cranberry sauce, was the true center of Thanksgiving. With one confident leap, he landed right on the counter, and within 20 seconds, 20 pounds of perfectly roasted poultry hit the floor. If you ever dropped a Thanksgiving dish, you know the second of pure disbelief, when your brain just refuses to process what it's seeing. Emma froze. The casserole spilled, dangled mid-air. Milo, proud as ever, soared off like a lion who conquered his prey. Then came the panic. You could almost hear her internal dialogue. Okay, don't freak out. It's fine. Is it salvageable? Spoiler alert, it was not salvageable. Emma did what any of us would do in this middle of a hot-lighted chaos. She took a deep breath, grabbed her Glad Force Flex Plus trash bag, and got to work. She cleaned up the turkey disaster zone piece by piece, sealing the mess away. One deep breath at a time. By the time her husband and her daughter came into the kitchen, Emma had that tired but determined look we all get when life decides to test our patience right before our dinner guests arrive. And then a holiday miracle. Her husband said, hey, didn't we buy a second turkey? Just in case. Emma blinked and then laughed. That backup bird has been chilling in the fridge all along. Within an hour, the house smelled amazing again. Dinner wasn't perfect, but it was real. Sometimes the most memorable moments are the messy ones. The Great Turkey Dive of 2025, as Emma's family now calls it, still gets brought up every year. It's become a running joke, especially when Milo trots into the dining room with that mischievous grin. These days, Emma makes 2 turkeys, one for the table and one for Milo's dreams. And that's what holidays are really about. Finding humor in the chaos, grace in the cleanup, and gratitude in the imperfection. Glad products from Force Flex trash bags to present seals and storage containers help make the kiosk easier to manage so you can spend less time worrying about the mess and more time laughing about it. So this Thanksgiving, when something spills, burns, or falls on the floor, take a deep breath. Every mess can lead to a memory. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Messy Moments Made Glad. If you loved Emma's story, be sure to tune in for next week of Cookie Catastrophes, where we all share real-life baking fails, sweet comebacks, and plenty of laughs. Until then, I'm JC Shelfer, wishing you a fewer spills, full of hearts, and the happiest kinds of messy moments.